Ladies and gentlemen, your old pal Jason, he's the kind of guy that's gonna mull over a decision and then boom, he's just gonna go. So what you're seeing here is the end of that go moment. It occurred last night while I was laid in bed. We're gonna cut out all that floor. We're gonna patch the cracks. That's what this is. We're gonna seal the floor. I couldn't find the maypie stuff. I learned that's how it's pronounced. But I did get this, which I have been told is very similar. And a 5-gallon, I think I need about 4 gallons of the maypie. That was $255 for a 5-gallon jug. These were like 30 a piece. So we're gonna try these. Should do 100 square feet. I don't know if I need 2 coats yet or not. Roll it on. So there's a couple rollers, pan, more rolling, etc. Got some better trowels to do the stuff with. Got some better saw blades to do my cutting with. Got the stuff to finish the electrical. And this is where I bought my 8-gauge wire. Very nice little place. Not open on Saturday, so that sucks. But we bought that 1/2-inch conduit to run the internet line through, and I've got all that 3/4, and as much trouble as I had running the stuff that's supposed to fit through the 3/4, I think we're going to use the 1/2-inch to run the internet line through. So I bought some more. This is the default coupler came with it. Went and bought some of these from them. Not really going to use them as intended, but it'll work. So, like we talked about this once, you unscrew the thing. This goes on the outside of the conduit. This goes inside the conduit. You tighten. So in this box, this bag, I have some 3/4-inch PVC threaded couplers. And these fit on those ends. So that's how we'll do that. Coupling it is going to be a pain in the butt, but it'll be all right. So I'm going to go haul all this back there. One of the downsides of doing things the way we're going to do it is I'm going to need a place to put all that crap that's in that other half of the room, the apartment back there. So I was going to try and rent a storage shed. We just, like, everybody's full. We just had a brand new place open up like 6 months ago. They're full. They just built 135 new units. They're not done yet because they don't have the doors on them. The guy's like, there's a waiting list. Do you want me to put you on it? I said, yeah, put me on that waiting list. I need something. So, oh, coffee. Yeah, can't forget. This is good stuff right here. So what we're going to do, I'm missing a thing. That's what happens when you buy a used car. Anyway, what we're going to do, I'm going to leave this in here for now, minus this bag, because I really need to get that other electrical line put together. Then we're going to go get the big saw, the big circular saw, and good old Ace had my Linux blades. Good old Ace. We're going to go and start cutting the floor up where we've been working. Oh no, my license plate number. I need to work on that because at some point today, my 100-foot internet line is coming through. The other thing I considered doing was going to be cutting the end off one of my 100-foot Ethernet cable lines, and then just re-crimping the end. But I don't have a crimping tool, so I'd have to buy that. And the smallest quantity of ends I could find at any of the places I looked was like 50. Now, I'm going to screw a couple of them up, but I'm not going to screw 49 of them up. Just noticed the hinge on this door is broken. That's nice. So I thought, I'm going to buy this tool. I'm going to use it once. I'm going to have all these extra lines. I'm not doing that. So I thought maybe I'll call my provider. Maybe they can do it for me. Yeah, but that's kind of a pain in the neck for them to come by and just put an end on one cable. So I got a buddy who's got some of these tools, because that's what he did for a job. Maybe I could borrow those from him. And then I thought, screw it. I've still got all that other conduit. It's right over there on the ground. We'll just work with that. So, here's the plan. I'm going to basically do what we did over there. I'm going to cut a line right there. And then every 2 or 3 feet. Cut, we'll just take a whole chunk up. And when this is all up, we'll move all of this stuff over to this side. We'll do the same. Oscar! You're a disgrace to this family. We didn't even want you. Honest to God, I don't know where you came from. Anyway, that's all done. We'll fill it. Well, first thing we're going to do is somewhere around here is my little, right behind me. We're going to do a mix of bleach and water. And we're going to just hose all the cement down. There's an acid should probably use, but there's not like residue from the mold and mildew. So we're going to bleach it. Going to sweep it real good. We'll vacuum it all up. When we get down to the cement, we'll vacuum it up real good. We'll patch the cement, vacuum it again after that dries, because that's going to take a day or two. And then come out and we'll seal it. And maybe I won't need to do the storage shed if I do it half and half. I really don't want to move the stuff a bunch of times if I don't have to. But, I mean, I guess if that's how it'll be, that's how it'll be. He said it's going to be a couple weeks. And I don't really want to put this off too terribly much longer. It's starting to get just a little chilly at night. It's 61 right now, and it's almost 10 o'clock. It's supposed to be getting colder and supposed to start raining the next couple days. So that's the plan for now. We're basically going to do everything the same that we did to get this up. We'll get the circular saw. We'll go down like right at the edge of that. And we'll just, since we're going to be doing a longer cut, and since I know I can do a deeper cut, I'm going to go get my corded one. Cordless is great for some things. Corded one's great for other things. This is a job for the corded one. More oomph and a deeper blade, so I can cut deeper down. We did determine that the floor is floating, so it's not attached in any way. So when we get ready to do that, we'll get some construction adhesive, liquid nails, Loctite, whatever brand you prefer. We'll glue those down, and then we'll just build the new floor on top. That's going to do a couple things. It's going to be more money, which sucks. But what convinced me to do this way is, if I don't take care of this, I'm going to worry every time I come out here that something bad's going on down here. If I take care of it, I'm not going to worry about it. It's not going to be something that's in my mind. So to double up on my lack of worry, we'll do pressure treated on the bottom, which is overkill, but too many is better than too few, is kind of how I feel about some of this stuff, and it applies here as well. So pressure treat on the bottom, build the floor up on top of that. It'll be similar-ish to this. Instead of getting 7/16 OBS to do the thing. We'll do 3/4, do it twice, and then maybe a 7/16 on top to make up any difference we have to match that bathroom floor. So that's the plan. That's how I'm feeling. So I guess I'll go fix that electrical. We'll start getting this crap out of the way. Got on my long pants today. Find my knee pads. There they are. Still gonna want those. And yeah, we'll get to. I need to get that bucket out, scoop that stuff in it, and go dump that in the driveway. I'll do that when we get there. Anyway, that's the plan going forward. Right now, there's a million children out here. Those two and those two. There's one way up there at the corner of the house. I don't need to do anything about that, but y'all like the cats. Right, Lucy? Number 1 thumbnail for this series. Lucy feigning getting punched in the face. Anyway, I gotta go and empty the coffee I have had and then go fill my cup back up. So we'll be back, and when we're back, that'll be done, and none too soon because it's supposed to rain maybe tomorrow. It rained a tiny bit last night, and that's not where I want my water. So well, it's just a little damp down there. Anyway, there he is. That one's aggressive. Other cats don't like him. Probably fair. Any dang way. Did I leave? Did you guys see? I probably took it in the house. I had some electrical tape. It must be in the house. Well, I am 1 3/4 inch elbow short. That's a 1 inch. But yeah, there it be. Shoop, shoop, shoop. I'm gonna go up a little more and in to where that white conduit's poking out. Be good to go. And keep those. Yeah, I locked the shed because it's getting windy. The door's blowing up. Coffee. Need coffee. Need electrical tape. Because I want to cover that hole. I don't want any water getting in there. That'd be bad. That's where we don't want the water. No, there we go. Hello. Okay. So, plan. Someone's sleeping in the house. I don't want to wake him up. Run the extension cord back over this way. Light would be nice, but I don't know if I dare run. I think I've got a single halogen work light. Said we're going to use the big saw. It's really just normal size saw. It's this guy, and it's like a lefty. Hey. First time I used it, like, this feels weird. Why does this feel weird? Because it's on the other side. It's fine. I got this for like $16 and it was basically brand new. But same kind of thing that we did with the other one. Whoop. Don't sit on that. Our depth gauge right back here. We're just going to go as deep as possible, which on this saw is 2 3/8, which is plenty. That'll get us through the OSB, the plywood, and some of the planking. So if I put it down, right, that's how far we're going to cut. Which is perfect. I'm okay with that. That'll get us into that floating 2x4 on the bottom, which is fine. Like I said earlier, we'll just go all the way over to the wall, get as close as we can. We'll do the rest with the reciprocating saw. Then we'll come across this way every 2 or 3, well, 3 feet's probably fine. 3.5. I don't know for sure yet. Plunge down there, cut this way, reciprocating saw, and then we should be able to just pretty much just pick a chunk out and get rid of it. Take it up all in one piece instead of 30,000 little ones. Yeah. So then we'll vacuum, spray it with some bleach and water, get everything killed, put the fan on it, let it dry real good, come back, scrub it with the broom, spray it one more time, let it dry, vacuum it. Then we'll start patching cracks and all that other stuff. Should be fine. But first, I'm going to go do this before I forget. So I will see you guys back when we're ready to go in here. What happened? Oh man. Did I blow the thing? Still light there. There we go. Just unplugged it a bit. There we go. When I had to start again, if you ever are in that situation, don't be forward and then try and start. It'll hit and want to kick on you. Back up a couple inches, start, then go. It's not a race. It's a marathon. Okay, done with that for now. So let's get reciprocator. It'd be real nice to not stick to the floor every time I step on it. Is that a good battery? Yes, it is. One of our new blades. This is what we got. Oh. I somehow turned off autofocus. There, much better at that. Yeah, all you Diablo guys. I've used them. Not for me. I haven't used anything from Diablo that I thought, wow, this is awesome. I need more of this. Or Milwaukee, or DeWalt. Lennox, though, pretty good blades. Okay, so a couple things to talk about here. We're going to go into the hole we made, except blade's too big. So all the way down to the bottom, back up a little bit, pull the trigger, go. We can't get right up against the wall because there's all this tool in the way. So the options are turn the tool around, put the blade in, teeth up, or we go in and then we rotate and we'll come up the wall a little bit. That's how we're going to do it. Unfortunately, that one kind of a pain in the neck to film. This is kind of scattered here, so we're not sticking on everything quite as much. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll get the saw. We'll do a plunge cut. Right about here. And another one right about there. And then we'll just rip it all out. See what's under that. I'm not excited about it. Well, you know, they don't have to be straight. So I don't want to hear it out of you. Okay, cuts made. A little far, that's all right. We'll just make our next cut there. Up to the wall there. There, had to go around that wire. There and there. I want to get this out of the way. Hit a couple staples. You can tell because then sparks come out. It's usually fine. Not a big deal. I think that's a Ryobi blade on there. I'll say, it's kind of shit talking Diablo. I guess they're framing blades for circular saws are really nice. Maybe I'll get some, but when it comes time to work on that. However, I already have a couple extra Irwins and a Craftsman, I think. And Irwin is really my go-to. Excuse me for a lot of this stuff. It's kind of dusty. We're taking a trip. Knee pads on. I don't even care. Because the postal delivery expert. Technician. I like technician. Our postal delivery technician has been by. Which means our Ethernet cable should be here. And if it's here, we're going to take a break from doing the floor to do this. So I can get that trench filled in. And something here. AAA. Don't care. All right. Whew, man. Sawdust in my nose. Don't like it. Yeah, it's supposed to start raining like tomorrow, maybe even today. So I'd like to get this covered before all that. Sorry, AAA. You cannot help me. Somewhere. There it is. I still don't have a pencil out here. What is wrong with me? And I don't really care to order stuff from Amazon. I can tell you that. The reason I did it is I don't have a tech store in the area. The nearest place I can find my Ethernet cable is that Ace Hardware. And it was like 3 times as much for a 50-foot as I got for a 100-foot there. So there's that shitty Monster brand stuff. Monster cables are not good. I know they've got good marketing because everybody buys them. But I've had to fix more of those than I care to even admit. Okay. There we go. Amazon Basics. Focus. 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 Would you like to focus? Don't make me go AVE on you. Well, anyway. This is a Cat 7 or something for whatever the hell that's worth. All right. So what we're going to do, conduit's over there. This does not have to be in any fancy schmancy stuff like this does. There's a hole there for where their internet came through. It's a great job. Just because you can caulk doesn't mean you should. Maybe behind that. That could work. We could do that. We'll just run it through there. I'll need to drill that hole out a little bigger. I don't have a masonry bit big enough for that job right now, so I'll have to go buy one of those. So it will follow up, over, and elbow in this way. That's what it will do. And this can just be normal PVC. It doesn't have to be the fancy stuff, like I said. You ready to do this, Lucy? I'll take that as a no. No, come this way. This way. There you go. There you go, Luce. I'm very dirty, Lucy. And I'm also covered in sawdust. Okay, gotta go to the car. Gotta get some stuff. This one could have been a little closer. I think we can flex it a bit. We'll see. If not, we'll heat it up. You can bend it fairly easy. Let's not get everybody else's license plate numbers. Just mine is fine. It's not as my nose. Yeah, I'd say it's gonna rain. Feels kind of rainy, Lucy. give me that look. I can't control it. It'd drain every 3 days if I could. What about the wheat farmers? Well, they can grow something else. There's more than just them out here. Okay, so since some of this is already cut, let's see if I can get you a better demonstration here. Our collar goes on the outside. These should go around the outside because when you tighten the collar, it crimps down on those. So that's not a great piece because that didn't get a very clean cut, but that's how we're going to do it. So 2 of these pieces are still pretty long. We'll get those in first, and then we'll kind of work backwards from there over to here. Yeah, that's the plan. The man didn't finish his tree. It's a little heavy on that east side. Anyway, see you in a second. I think that last part may have been split. I apologize. You probably didn't miss anything. So this is what it looks like when it goes on. And there's these, keep grabbing this one every single time. I'll be able to take it. These do have better strain and collar relief. I'll give them that. So one thing to be aware of, these little teeth here, you can bend them out a little bit to make them fit. The other thing is this connector with this gasket. What's supposed to happen is you run this inside a junction box, a coupler, a whatever, breaker box, and then the nut goes on the inside and holds it down. Now we're not doing that because we're not going into a box with any of these. We're just going to use them to couple this conduit back together. I got 6 of these and it was $32 or $34. So they're not terribly expensive. $4 or $5 a piece. What I'm going to do first, since I've got an end on one of these, I'm going to take and put some tape on both ends of this. Number 1, to keep them clean. Number 2, so I don't break the stupid little tap thing on it. Then we'll start feeding it through. And then we'll just lay it out as we go. Okay? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it just doesn't end. So I thought, I got all this 3/4 conduit. We'll go ahead and use that for the internet line. It'll be great. It sucks. I'm never buying this junk again. I mean, maybe for like 10 or 12 feet. No longer than that. It's terrible. I hate it. Thought it would be wonderful. It was not. Learn from my mistakes. So just went and bought some regular PVC, like what that sprinkler's made out of. Internet line is in. You can see it there just poking up along the side of the house. And right there, the white pipe. Because that didn't have to be anything special. It's in, it's ready. I've got it sitting inside the cable 1 box there and just hanging off the side of the house over there for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have to go buy like a 1-inch masonry bit, which is going to, it's going to cost more than the pipe did. I'll show you when we get over there, but we can finally start covering this up. Look, see how bright and sunny it is? It rained on me 3 times while I was doing this. Not hard, just enough to be miserable. And the last elbow I glued the last elbow. And bright sunshiny day, it's wonderful. I had to go out and buy some more fittings because I had to go buy this conduit, and they didn't have 10-foot sticks, so I had to get 20, which means when they cut it, it wasn't didn't have a bell on each end, and just all of this. And it was, not pleasant. So there's a shop here in town. It's got fittings cheaper than where I normally go. So I went to buy my fittings there. They had this big sale. So I bought like this fancy schmancy fleece lined work shirt kind of thing. Because, I don't like to wear a coat if I don't have to. But I'll wear a long sleeve, like, flannel shirt. I'm down with that. Got it home. So I don't think I'll need it today. It's not cold today. And now it's like 75. I don't love it. Anyway, so off the phone. What we're gonna do now is just fill all of this in. I dug this. I wanted to see what this was. Piece of pipe with a piece of pipe in it. That's what I thought. We're using the outside pipe as a shield for the inside pipe. That's just copper. Well, that's fine. Anyway, what we're going to do, coming over, this is where their internet was. I'm going to drill a 1-inch hole there because the outside diameter of this 3/4 inch pipe is an inch and just a hair, just that much more. So we're going to drill that hole out. I'm going to run a piece of the pipe through the wall. We'll glue it, put the pipe in, and then when I seal around it, I'll have a real good seal and won't have any of this nonsense to deal with. And I also noticed all these anchors. I don't know what the hell those are doing. But then we'll just have a real nice, clean, airtight, watertight, real pretty. Way up here off the building, out of the way. This can scoot. It'll be just fine. All right, so of course now it's the hottest part of the day. I should fill that in. I may wait till later because it's pretty dark right there. If that would come this way, I'd be fine with that. So instead, get back to our regularly scheduled program today. Oh, Lord. Okay, so I was hoping I could just grab a hold and yank the thing up, but there's just enough of that 2x4 left. So give it a one-over real quick with the reciprocating saw. Boom, pops up like nothing. Now, we know we like this height. This is a good height. How high is it? It's like about 3 1/4. I'm standing at a weird angle. So 3 1/2. Okay, that's easy. We put our 2x4s down. If we lay them down this way, they're 1.5 inches. If we stand them up, they're 3 1/2. So that gets us the height we need, but that doesn't give me enough to build a floor on. So lay them down, 1.5 inches. We need to add 2 inches to that. So we go 2 1/2-inch sheets of OSB. That gets us there. We still might need another 3/4 for that. So 2 1/2 and 3/4, 1 3/4. So we could do that, no problem. It'll be like triple laminated, but that's basically what it is now. We got the 2x4, we got the planking, and we got plywood and OSB on top. So yeah, it's okay. Now here's what I haven't done yet. Looks really good over here. See, this is the stuff. It's just powder. Wood shouldn't do that. So it's only real bad over here. It's a little bad along the wall. Out here in the middle is fine. I still got this crack though, and I don't like it. So we're still gonna do the whole thing. But I feel better about moving forward with it, because I was hoping, it's gonna be wet all the way over here. This is gonna be garbage. And no, we're actually okay. So I'm gonna finish cutting that. We'll vacuum all this up. We might go ahead and do another row just here past the door, because I don't really have anywhere to put all this crap right now. I've got some room in here. I could put some of it in here, like the heater and stuff. Somewhere. Whoa. Blurry. Sorry. Yeah. So this makes me feel a little better. Doesn't really change the amount of work I have to do, but it does make me feel better about how we're looking. And after we seal everything, I might want to put some leveling compound over there, because it looks a little low just now that I've got more of it up. But I could be wrong. I don't know. And hey, more firewood. I hate to keep cutting up a perfectly good floor, but I don't want these cracks. I don't. So, when next we meet in today's episode, I will come over to probably right in front of the door, right there, and we'll do that. Vacuum it all up, hose it down, sweep, scoot, all that other stuff. I would like to be able to start patching the crack at the end of the day today. And if I don't see any going that way, I'm not going to worry about it. Because this looks like it just comes around. It might. Yeah, there's one right there. Damn. Okay. Well, I guess we'll keep going. If I could get all of this out today, that'd be something. Because this doesn't take long. It doesn't take long to do this part. It's just the grunt work and working around everything I don't like. I was really trying to avoid that, but here we are. And then if it cools down tonight, I'll fill the hole in. If it doesn't, I'll do it tomorrow morning. Because you know what? We didn't have power at one of our irrigation pumps at work yesterday, I found out. And we didn't have power at two of them today. So called the boss. He said, hey, is it going to be a terrible thing if I take an extra day off because I have to do this now? He said, nope, we're not getting much done anyway. So you go ahead and take another day. It's perfect. Perfect. Anyway, like my job. I like my job a lot. Be jealous. The more I go, the worse this gets. So there's our initial crack. And it takes off that way. Probably right up to the door. Goes this way. Got a nice little triangle there. Going to a hole in the floor. Takes off this way. This little one going that way. A little one going that way. And a little bit this way. And a little bit that way. But for the most part, it's coming up fairly easy. Somewhere. Right there. There's a line right there. That's where the tip of my blade was jumping. I got a little better over here, but not much. It's hard to gauge that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get that chunk out. So I'll have to scoot my shelf over there a little bit. I want to get this all done today. But to do that, I'm going to have to relocate some stuff. So I'll cut this out. I'll spray all of this. Let it dry. Spray it again. let it dry, get the broom on it, scrub it, spray it, let it dry, vacuum it one more time, and then we'll come out, move everything from this side over here on the finished stuff, and we'll do that side. I'm not going to patch bits and pieces, so when we get the entire floor in here uncovered, I'll patch everything that needs patched, let that sit overnight, and oh man, then after that, tomorrow, if that's how long that stuff takes to cure, I don't remember, we'll come back and we'll start putting our sealer on. This was going to be a bigger deal. My patch isn't going to do that, so I might have to go buy a little bag of mortar mix or a 40-pound bag of cement and just mix up enough to fill that. I don't know. Because I'll bet you that's a pretty big ingress spot right there. Okay. Onward. Alright, kiddos. We vacuumed. We vacuumed again. We swept. We vacuumed again. It's very important to do all that because since it has been damp, not all of that stuff is easily accessible to the vacuum. Now, there's still some, over there. Not too worried about it. The important thing when you do your vacuuming, really get in these cracks, because you might even have to make them bigger to patch them. So you get like a little cold chisel, crack them out. You don't want them any bigger than about that, but like this little one, it's not very deep. That's not very deep, so I'm not too worried about those. But if it's narrow and deep, make it bigger so you can really get your patch in there. It's a gallon sprayer. It's got maybe a cup and a half of bleach in it. It's probably more than I need. But we're going to spray it. We're going to let it dry. Spray it again. Sweep it. Mop it. Or sweep it. Vacuum it one more time. The usual. Got a real dark spot over here. Since this was a garage, that's probably about where an engine block would have sat. Give you enough room to get out, walk around, and get out the door. So I'm assuming that's just oil or some other residue. It feels oily. I'm surprised it hasn't ate the concrete a little more, because oil will do that. Hi, Felix. Don't play with the saw. Yeah, so we'll just do that for the rest of the day. If I get back out here and start patching, I will film it for y'all. Get you a little information on that process. So, I will see you guys next time. Phone's real low, so I gotta be quick. This is still the first spray. It's taking a lot longer to dry than I thought it would, but it is looking better. I'm gonna go ahead and give it one more right now, and probably lock up for the night. Didn't get as much done as we wanted. That's fine. It's getting late. So tomorrow morning, we'll hit it. We'll start patching. Okay? Okay.